Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. I'm Steve.
And I'm Scott.
Together, we're Backyard Musings, broadcasting in Apple Valley, People's Republic of California.
Yep, and we are definitely talking about an interesting, if you like meteor showers and that kind of thing, we're talking about a good one today. This is interesting.
Very interesting. The Taurid meteor showers, dazzling Halloween fireballs, may be more than just a cosmic show. New research led by Mark Boslough suggests that clusters of large debris could swing near Earth in 2032 and 2036, potentially heightening impact risks. The findings were published in a special issue of Acta Astronautica on September 25th, 2025, part of the proceedings of this year's Planetary Defense Conference in Cape Town, South Africa. Planetary Defense, that's cool.
Yeah.
The paper, titled 2032 and 2036 Risk Enhancement from NEOs in the Taurid stream, is there a significant coherent component to impact risk? Examines whether clusters of near-Earth objects, NEOs, within the Taurid stream could increase the likelihood of impacts during future encounters. Would you like to know more?
Okay, so each year from late October through early November, the Taurid meteor showers puts on one of the season's most striking celestial displays. So that would obviously be now, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Often nicknamed the Halloween fireballs. And again, I don't know if I've ever heard about this either. So maybe I have, but
I've seen it when it happens in June, a long time ago when I was a cadet stationed at Fort Huachuca. I saw it. It's pitch black at Fort Huachuca at night, and it was spectacular.
Okay. The meteors appear to radiate from the constellation Taurus, which is the bull constellation. The best views come from areas far from city lights where the night sky is darkest. In New Mexico, where vast landscapes and minimal light pollution create exceptional stargazing conditions, observers enjoy a particularly vivid view of the show. So do we know where to look? Because, it's happening now, right? If you
Yeah.
get out
Well, it's coming from the Taurus constellation. So I tell you what, folks, if you get an app called Skyview, you can hold that app up to the horizon and find the different constellations and
my
major
grandkids
stars and
my grandkids have that on their iPads.
Yeah, and I was gonna say planets. It'll show planets too, but you can locate it from there.
Yeah,
but
cool.
you gotta get out to the country. You can't do it. You're not gonna see it inside the city.
No moon glow. You got to do it like before the moon comes up. It's got to be pretty dark. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it my?
Meteors.
Yeah. Meteors streak across the sky when bits of cosmic material, tiny pebbles, dust, or rock, burn up as they collide with Earth's atmosphere. The Taurid meteors come from debris shed by comet Encke, that's spelled Encke, which travels around the sun. This is interesting. Travels around the sun and leaves behind a trail of dust and rock. Earth passes through this debris field twice per year. That is fascinating. Once in late October and early November when the nighttime Taurids appear, and again in June when the beta Taurids occur during daylight hours. The June meteors are usually invisible to the naked eye unless they create exceptionally bright fireballs.
I wonder if our local
observatory
has this pegged in where you could go over and check that out, because they've got it. Have you ever been over there? It's a huge telescope.
Yeah, it's visible with the naked eye, the Taurids.
Oh, okay. Scientists have begun to explore whether larger fragments within the Taurid stream could pose a potential hazard. A new study led by research professor Mark Boslough investigates this question in detail. Quote, Planetary Defense is the multidisciplinary and internationally coordinated effort to protect the Earth and its inhabitants from impacts by near-Earth objects, or NEOs, explained Boslough. Goes on with the quote, it requires surveys to discover and track NEOs, campaigns to characterize those that are hazardous, modeling efforts to understand and predict impact effects and associated consequences, and mitigation through impact avoidance and or civil defense.
A near-Earth object, or NEO, is an asteroid, comet, or fragment whose orbit comes close to or can cross Earth's path around the sun. These objects have the potential to collide with our planet, but only if their orbit intersects Earth's and they arrive there at the exact same time. Small particles, such as the dust and pebbles that create the Taurid Halloween fireballs, enter our atmosphere regularly. Larger objects like those responsible for the Chelyabinsk meteor and Tunguska events strike far less.
Oh yeah, okay. So the Tunguska was the one that I was looking at. It's weird looking. Like I said, it looks like a big fire ring with a bunch of sticks around it, but the sticks are trees. Trees. Yeah.
Yeah, the Chelyabinsk was like this fireball going through the sky, and it impacted. It was crazy.
Right, and it had like little pieces of chunks and stuff and debris that were trailing behind it. But yeah, weird. And and that Tunguska was it landed. They figure somewhere around in the early 1900s, and it took like almost 20 years for them to get to the site.
Oh,
so it's a kind of a weird story. Mitigation requires the development of ways to deflect or disperse an object on a collision course with sufficient warning, as well as emergency response planning for unexpected or unpreventable impacts. The research incorporated recently published data from observational campaigns associated with the Taurid stream. The researchers found that the risk from anti-burst size near-Earth objects, again, NEOs, which are small enough to explode in the atmosphere instead of striking the ground, might be larger than currently estimated. Likewise, the researchers also investigated the possibility of a Taurid resonant swarm. So, that was the other thing that it said. So the one, how did you pronounce that?
Chelyabinsk.
Chelyabinsk. They figured that thing was about the size of a house.
Yeah.
Pretty good sized.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Objects in the Taurid stream orbit the sun 7 times for every 2 orbits of Jupiter. Okay. This cycle, known as a resonance, means that part of the stream approaches Jupiter at regular intervals. Because Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system, its strong gravity can pull these objects together, creating dense clusters. It's somewhat like a prospector panning for gold, swirling the pan at just the right rhythm to make the specks collect in one place.
Well, and gold is heavier,
yeah.
Dirt, right? Dirt, so it's kind of settled. So, the findings suggest that if a Taurid swarm does exist, it will pass close to Earth in 2032 and 2036. During this time, California will be driving electric vehicles only. Earth could experience a higher impact risk. In 2032 and 2036, objects in a hypothetical Taurid swarm could be observable according to the researchers, and the risk from airburst-sized NEOs might be larger than currently estimated. A concentration of larger objects like the Chelyabinsk or Tunguska-sized objects in a swarm could be observable by telescopes if they exist, but only after they miss the Earth and recede in the nighttime sky. So that's weird too, right? You can only see it when it's going away.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, Boslough's airburst models during his time at Sandia National Laboratory explores the Chelyabinsk explosion and estimate that the asteroid was about 60 feet in diameter. Yeah, that is a house.
That's where they filmed Saturday Night Live.
And had an explosive yield of about a half megaton, TNT equivalent. Likewise, the Tunguska was probably about 10 times more powerful, 3 to 5 megatons, also based on Boslough's SNL analysis. That's not Saturday Night Live. That's Sandia National Laboratory.
Right. And it's interesting. So if you look up that, like I was saying, if you look up that impact spot, it's weird. I mean, it almost looks like the aftermath of St. Helens, where the trees were just like tossed around like pickup sticks or whatever. So the research was funded by NASA at UNM and I guess that's University of New Mexico, right?
Yep. Yes,
in partnership with the NNSA funding at Los Alamos National Laboratory in the Planetary Defense Program. Boslough suggests that it is important for citizens to be aware of various geohazards, including weather, fire, earthquakes, and volcanoes, and to put them in perspective and to be prepared to act. So,
one of the key lessons from the Chelyabinsk event is that most injuries were caused by flying glass when people rushed to windows to watch the bright flash in the sky. If a similar event were to occur over New Mexico, this would likely be the primary cause of injury. Experts say the public can learn from Chelyabinsk and to stay away from windows and avoid looking directly at the blast.
The 2030, isn't that interesting how you automatically do that? The 2032 pass of a hypothetical swarm will arrive from the nighttime side of the Earth. Boslough says that the probability of an impact or airburst might be higher than average if the hypothesis of a significant concentration is correct.
Boslough explains that there are such things as daytime fireballs, but they must be extremely bright in order to compete with the sun. A concentration of objects in a swarm, if it exists, would be observable by telescopes after they miss the Earth and recede into the night. The average probability is extremely low.
Bless you. Bless you. Bless you.
So even an enhanced risk means that the probability would still be low. The swarm will come from the direction of the sun in 2036, so fireballs will not be seen in our blue skies unless they are extremely bright, he explained.
Magdalena Ridge Observatory near Socorro I believe that's probably in New Mexico as well, right?
Yeah.
Is involved in the observational part of the planetary defense, and both SNL and LANL have active planetary defense programs. While the university and national laboratories are continuing to research the TRS, Boslough cautions the public about where they get their information from.
Quote, a lot of false information and mythology about this subject has been promulgated on social media, online sources, and sensational YouTube shows like ours. This media gives the public the wrong impression about NEO's impacts and airbursts and what we can do to reduce the risk, he said.
Boslough has worked extensively to correct these misconceptions. His published research helped prompt a scientific journal to retract a paper that wrongly claimed an ancient city in Jordan was destroyed by a Tunguska-scale airburst. The study had misunderstood the physical evidence and nature of such explosions. Boslough also co-authored a detailed rebuttal of the unproven theory suggesting that the Taurid meteor swarm caused a global climate event 12,900 years ago. I mean, come on.
For sky watchers eager to see the Taurid meteor shower, Boslough notes several upcoming opportunities. The best viewing would be Halloween, which that was a couple nights ago, after 2 a.m. when the moon is set and the sky is darkest. A few days following the full moon on November 5th, the Taurid should again be visible in the evening sky before moonrise, so you can catch it then, offering another chance to witness their brilliant fireballs streaking across the heavens.
All right, so if you've spotted these things, leave us a comment. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
Too bright around here.
Yeah.
So,
all right, folks. Thanks for joining us. We'll catch you on the next one.
Take care, everyone. Thanks.